Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's coverage of the Full Throttle Sim Racing Victory Fuel Cup Series here on Full Throttle Television. My name's Brady Hanna. Beside me in the booth is Tony Solari. And Tony, we are at the Rock. No, not the wrestler. No, not the prison. We're at the racetrack here in North Carolina. It's going to be a fun one. This is a challenging track that's been resurfaced, repaved, but still very challenging for those drivers and hard on those tires.
Yeah, well, you forgot, what about the quarry? You know, there's a bunch of rocks there as well. But yeah, this is a fun resurrected track. It's got some fresh pavement on it. We had a pretty good race here in the Truck Series. I believe they actually had a pretty good race in Xfinity as well. And here we are in the Cup Series, and we don't have a huge field rocking out tonight, just because it's not on the official schedule. And I think too, maybe we got a little Easter break. Maybe people are out of town and whatnot. So we still got a pretty good field, and we're still going to have some pretty good racing tonight.
Yeah, weather's finally starting to warm up. Some guys getting outside and touching grass. Why would you want to do that when you can come race at the Rock, right? No,
right, yeah.
I completely understand. Yeah, we got a short field, but we got opportunities for these drivers to kind of make up some points here tonight. This is a challenging track. Let's look at our track description here. Again, no track map for this one, but it is a very interesting track. It's got the kink down the straightaway, a really tight turn two, which I think is going to be the trouble spot tonight. And of course, 3 and 4, you kind of got options up high, down low, kind of where you want to run. We'll see if they venture up high here tonight. We haven't seen many people venture up high, though. It seems to be around the bottom is where you want to be.
Yeah, well, for sure. I know in the truck race, the bottom line was kind of the preferred bottom, maybe even middle a little bit. And tire wear, from what I remembered, wasn't too awful either. But yeah, it is kind of an odd track shape, at least. It's kind of like a kidney bean. They do got a little bit of a straightaway, but it is somewhat that D-shaped oval with turns 1 and 2 a little bit tighter than turns 3 and 4. So it does provide for really good racing. It's kind of like a real fast Bristol. It's almost like a Dover in a way, but I don't know. I really enjoy it. I'm kind of glad it's back on the schedule. It's a lot of fun to run.
It is fun for sure. These drivers are going to be challenged, though. Let's look at last week. Let's go back last week before we talk about this week. Last week we were at, where were we at?
We were at Old Martinsville.
We were at the Old Martinsville Speedway. Nick Alford getting it done after a very controversial finish. Brandon Fetterplace finishing second. Another 1-2 for Hot Lap Heroes. Tim Wortman finishes in the top 3 there. Victor Pfluger and Casey McMullen, your top 5. Casey having a good run as well. Very interesting race for sure. It kind of came down to the very end there. But again, another Hot Lap Heroes 1-2, man. Those guys have been on a roll this season.
Yeah, for sure. And unfortunately, yeah, we don't have Nick here tonight. I guess he's having a baby. I didn't realize he was pregnant, but good luck to him. And we got Fetterplace, though, still kind of supporting the team. And I believe we also have Tyler Bowers as well. So, the 2 are still representing. So, yeah, they're going to have to continue. But, yeah, kind of a hurt night for Nick tonight, just because he's missing. But hey, he's got a kid on the way, so that's always pretty exciting.
You talk about Tyler Bowers. That was another story last week. He was fast once again up front, running towards the front all race, and then had issues at the end of those races. He's got a fast car, qualified on the pole for the last 2 races, and just has not been able to put the race together yet. We'll see if he can do it tonight. Looking at the points after last week's race at Martinsville Speedway, Brandon Fetterplace holds it down with a pretty sizable margin, even over Nick Alford. But those can be closed up in a couple of race wins, and you'll be right there on top of them. Victor Pfluger right there, Tim Wortman, and Richie Coy, your top 5.
Yeah, the points are starting to kind of close in on some of these guys, and for the A-Season Championship. So here's another track. Nick not being here, some guys can maybe kind of catapult around there, or maybe even gain a little bit of points on them. But yeah, Brandon still has this thing pretty much sewed up. And then yeah, you got Victor and Tim Wortman just kind of hanging in the background. Neither one, I don't believe, has a win yet, but they're always lurking in the top 5 when these races end. So.
Yeah,
a lot of fun.
6th place there, also on vacation, Jonathan Atkins, so he will miss out tonight, miss out on some points as well. So a lot of guys missing tonight's race. You got Rockingham tonight, looking at the schedule. Next week you got Bristol, another short track. That's going to be a lot of fun at Bristol. Can't wait to get there. Then you head to Kansas, Talladega, Texas, Watkins Glen, and we end off at Dover. A very interesting schedule coming up for these guys.
Yeah, well, still a couple of short tracks in there, and then we got the road course. So, it's going to kind of benefit some of these guys that have that road course chops, and then some of these short tracks too coming in here. So still a lot of meat left on the bone, so to say. But yeah, if you want to get up there, you're going to have some good races.
All right, well, we're going to see what kind of race we have tonight. As they have finished up qualifying, we're going to head to our grid and do our starting lineup for the Rockingham 200. On pole tonight, the number 61, Joshua Gaiman, puts his number 61 Chevrolet on the pole. And to the outside of the front row, a great run by that 8. That is Brian Bliss going to start on the front row. Starting in P3 is the number 3, I think. I can't read that. Sorry, I can't read that font. Is Austin Demore, going to start third in his Chevrolet. The first toy out of the field and the first Hot Lap Heroes car is going to be Brandon Fetter, placed in that 4th position. Number 34 will start P4. 5th spot going to go to the 22 Valvoline Ford of Wyatt Hunley, with Richie Coy and his Victory Fuel Ford going to be starting right alongside in 6th. 7th spot for Victor Fluger in the number 21 machine. And beside him is going to be the 45. That's Julio Villalobos. Starting 9th, the number 94. That is Tyler Bowers. No pole this week. He's going to be coming from mid-pack with the 33 of Ben Tracy starting in P10. 11th going to go to the 51 of David Duran. And rounding out your top 12 is the 92. That is Cameron King.
All right, starting 13th, you have Kevin Ruff in the number 99. Then you have Tim Wortman Jr. in the car 83, starting 14th. Ed Boyles Jr. in 15th spot in car number 38. Then you have Jeff Chandler, car 31, starting 16th. Stephen Hollingsworth, starting 17th in car 84. Lane Allen, car 14 in the 18th spot. Alan Duranco in the car 2 in the 19th spot. Casey McMullen in the car 20 in the 03. Then you have Derek Katz in the car, or not Katz, but Cat, in the car 29 in the 21 spot. And then Mason Hoffner rounding out your 22 car field in car number 30.
Yeah, we do have a few going to the rear of the field. Jeff Chandler going to be going to the back there, as well as Tyler Bowers and Derek Cat. All 3 of those cars starting from the rear of the field tonight. So they're going to have an uphill battle to kind of get their way towards the front. Tim Wortman looks like Mason Hoffner both electing to start from the pits. All right.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm listening to them talk right now. Yeah, I guess he was trying to fix some of his controls.
Oh, okay. Well, they rolled through 3 and 4. I believe we only have the 1 pace lap. So Joshua Gaiman going to lead him to the green. Brian Bliss starting in the outside of the front row. Great run and qualifying for the 8 of Bliss as well. As the pace car peels off, they inch into that restart zone, getting ready for the green flag. There it is. And we're racing here at the Rock.
I know Brian doesn't like being up there, but he's up there, so might as well make some use out of it there. And he's running Gaiman right there, side by side. He may actually get the lead here.
Into the wall just a little bit by the 8 of Bliss. He's going to have to give that up a little bit. It's going to be Gaiman. He's going to take the lead. Austin Demore going to slip through there for second.
Yeah, unfortunately, Brian's kind of going to the back now, which is something that I know he doesn't really like running up front, especially early on. So he's probably just going to take it easy right now.
And he's got a couple of Mad Hornets right there in front of him. The 33 of Ben Tracy, Cameron King, Kevin Ruff, all right there as he ventures back. But now Joshua Gaiman starting to get some pressure from behind. Austin Demore. I will get it. Demore.
Yeah. Yeah, he's new for me to call because, I don't think we've had him here in the Cup
Speaking of
Series,
new, new leader, Demore going to take the lead. That number 5 machine, I called it the 3. The 5 machine going to jump out front. Austin Demore to the front.
Yeah, he made it look pretty easy getting around Joshua there. And I'm just curious to know that, we always say week in, week out. I mean, clean air is king. And, you want to save. And I almost kind of feel like, some of these early moves, especially within the first 5 laps of this race, might hurt you later on. I mean, we do got a stage coming at 40, but you still got a decent amount of laps to run here.
Yeah, 197 laps tonight to make up the 200 miles around this track. Racing is lap 40 for the stage break, so we'll see them at least have a caution at that point to kind of make some adjustments. We'll see if they can make it to 40. I'm interested to see what the tire wear is going to be like for those guys after 40 laps.
Well, with the newer payment, you would think the tire wear would be a little bit better, but I know in iRacing too, it's tough to call. I don't remember having major issues in the truck series, but there definitely is a bit of fall off as the runs get a little bit longer.
Better place up the track for third position. Wyatt Huntley looking underneath, battle for third. 22 on the bottom, 34 on the top. Tight turn off turn 2. It's like the 22 is going to get it. It's going to open the door for Coy. No, he's going to back off and wait for another opportunity.
Yeah, Richie was ready to go with him, but he kind of thought otherwise, which is probably a smart move there.
Got that nice green paint scheme, the 21 Fluger right there behind him. Easy to pick out this week. I like it, the green colors. St. Patrick's Day was a couple of weeks ago, though.
It was, yeah.
Oh, we got somebody almost having an issue off turn 2. That was a big catch by the 33 of Ben Tracy off turn 2. He almost hit that inside wall, but able to hang on to it.
Yeah, that was a pretty good save there.
Bowers
kind of looking at everybody's pretty much single file though right now, and they're kind of starting to separate. Although as I'm looking, we got a little bit of a pass going on, or an attempted pass. I think that's David Duran and Kevin Ruff were kind of duking it out there for a second.
Stephen Hollingworth and Cameron King, they switched positions.
Oh.
Hollingworth into the top 10.
Those were the guys I was looking at. Yeah, I'm still in the blimp cam, so I had to zoom in on that. But that was the battle I was looking at there for a second.
Moving ahead, though, that's Kevin Ruff in 9th spot, David Duran in 8th in the 51 and the 99 battle here.
Yeah, but everybody's pretty much single filed out. I don't really see any big battles going on right now. I'm looking at chat, though. We got Donnie Batiste out there rooting on the 22 with Wyatt Hunley. And then we got our good friend Doyle Lawrence out there rooting on Jeff Chandler as well. So what's up, gentlemen?
Talking about Chandler. Oh. Car in the wall back here. Oh, we got another car in the wall. Ed Boyle's in the wall. Derek Cat had an issue off turn 2, and Ed Boyles had to take evasive action and unfortunately smacked the wall off of turn 2. Boyle's going to bring that car to pit road.
Ugh. Probably got a little bit too much damage already.
That was a pretty big hit down the backstretch. These guys hanging on. You know, this, like, again, I talk about how tough this track can be. It's bumpy, it's rough, especially around the top, and you don't want to get up there. But around the bottom, it's even a little bumpy. You kind of get those waves off the, through the corner. And off turn 2, man, I've just found this track just to be so difficult. If you get, as you see somebody else smack the wall off the corner there, who was that?
I missed that one.
Cameron.
Yeah,
King
they're
in the 92.
Yeah.
Talk about turn 2. What I was saying is you get turn 1 and 2 wrong. If you get the wrong angle coming off the corner, it's almost impossible to miss that wall. You almost have to come to a stop, and if you do that, you're going to get run over too. So you kind of put in a bind there if you get that wrong, because there's basically one lane off that corner.
Yeah, and things actually happen real quick around here. Just it being a short track, the cars really just have a lot of speed going into the corner, and even through the corner, you're still carrying quite a bit of momentum and speed going through there. I just seen Richie Coy get a little loose there, tap the wall.
He did. He touched the wall there off turn 2 pretty good there. He's going to lose a little position. I was just going to say our top 5 are kind of packed up together again. As Austin Demore is leading, Josh Gaiman right on his back bumper. Here comes Wyatt Huntley and Brandon Fetterplace. All right there together. I thought we might see some guys pull away, but I think they're managing tires at this point.
Well, yeah. Well, I was we saw early on that Austin and Josh both kind of got away from third place there, but obviously third place is starting to reel them in now. And yeah, you got a pretty good 6-car pack up right now, all the way back to Victor Fluger. So, and then waiting in the wings, you got Julio Villalobos sitting in 7th right there, but. They're still a little bit off the pace compared to some of the leaders right now. It's starting to slowly get a little bit of gap going on there.
Yeah, right along with the 45 Villalobos there.
Comes a pass for the lead. Joshua gets under Demore.
He
makes that pass.
Lead. He does. So Josh Gaiman back to the front. Decides he's ridden enough, and he's wanting to take this lead. Battle for 3rd as well. Yeah. Huntley around the outside of the 34. No, Fetterplace trying to get that position back is what it is. 34 under the 22 of Wyatt Huntley.
Yeah, it looked like Wyatt got a little bit of tight there, and Fetterplace was like, I'm going to try and take advantage of it. He hasn't quite cleared him yet, though. I know it was hard to get on the low side of somebody trying to make a pass, especially in the truck race. It seemed like he had that more momentum on the on the tall side of the track. Yeah, there, I said it, the tall side of the track.
Up here comes the 22, fighting for 2nd underneath the 5 of Demore. Demore looks like he's falling off a little bit. Did he use those tires a little too much too early?
It's kind of what I felt like. I mean, yeah, he was really on a charge early on, and you can easily scuff them tires up a little bit too much early on like that. Those are really the times you have to baby the car, baby the tires as much as you can.
Still doing a good job giving room and not bouncing off that wall, especially off turn 3 with Richie Coy underneath. Demore as well as he falls back. Fluger going to try to follow him through as well.
Yeah, Demore's unfortunately getting freight train right now where he's got that line of cars that are just kind of going around. He's stuck on that outside. He just can't get the momentum working for him. And here comes Fluger as well. Demore might just want to kind of lift a little bit and just take his loss when he can get it. Looks like he did.
I think it's exactly what he did. He's like, find a gap and get back down and kind of reset here. Going to do a good job. But Gaiman back up front, and that's 61. You got 22 Wyatt Huntley in second, kind of spaced out now. The battle for third is kind of close. Better place right there with Richie Coy right behind him. Coy on a pretty rough streak as of late, not really having some runs that we expect out of the 19 car, especially coming from Martinsville. We expect him to be strong at Martinsville, and unfortunately ended that one early in the barrels with a unique kind of wreck there. But he's trying to rebound and get back on line.
Well, every week we kind of hear the frustrations of the car, and sometimes how it reacts and how unpredictable it is, and we've seen it and we've shown it on stream many times of how bad the car could be if it gets a little loose, and a little damage could go a long way, especially if you're hitting the barrels. And he's just trying to get that luck turned around. I mean, he was third in points at one point, and now he's down to fifth in points overall, so he's got a lot of boogieing to make up here.
He's trying to work over this 34 Fetter place. I know those guys like battling each other. They talk about it all the time. They race each other pretty hard, but it's usually pretty clean. And so 19's trying to take advantage of that right here.
Yeah, he's looking for sure. Looks like Brandon might give him a little bit of slack here.
You see, he does clear him off turn 2. Is he going to be able to hang on to it? Boy, just I saw a little wiggle out of 19. That's always treacherous coming off that corner.
Maybe he'll make the pass pretty good, though. I think Better Place gave him a little break there. Maybe he feels bad for him.
Here comes Hollingsworth by Villalobos for 8th spot, but this is a Hornet's Nest back here. You got Villalobos and Tyler Bowers. Bowers making his way from the rear up into 9th spot, right on the back bumper now of that 84 of Hollingsworth. It looks like that car kind of had a little bit of a wiggle.
Yeah, Tyler started third from the back, so he was like 19th when everything started tonight. And definitely making up a lot of moves right now. Pretty much back in the top 10.
Up into the stage point, so he's going to get some stage points here. Again, 25 laps down, racing the lap 40 for the stage, so we get about 15 more.
Look at out front, though. Joshua's got a 1 second lead over Wyatt Huntley now at a 1.3 second, or no, 1.1 second. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Huntley's starting to kind of close in on him a little bit, but still got a lot of gain, or a lot of moves to make here to get up there. With only 13 laps to go, 14 laps to go before we hit the stage, he's really gonna have to push it to try and catch him.
Yeah, Trev 5's kind of spaced out here, kind of evenly. You got Austin Demore back there behind him, dropped to 6th. He's kind of riding in place now. After that charge early on, he's just found a place to ride. David Duran back there behind him with Stephen Hollingsworth, Tyler Bowers, and Villalobos, your top 10.
Yeah, and it's not a bad idea to maybe kind of go out there your first few laps and just try to see what the car's going to do. Maybe get a couple of points early if you can lead a lap, and just try to get out there and see what your car's going to do. It's definitely not your long-run strategy, which we'll probably see a little bit later on here, but might not be a bad option to see what you could do early on, just in case if we get a late race caution and maybe you got that speed early on to make the pass for the lead, which he had done. So it's not a bad experiment, I guess, but it does kind of hurt you in the long run.
Just kind of riding here. Richie Coy actually starting to kind of close in on Wyatt Huntley now for second, just inching in ever so slightly there.
Yeah, I think Richie's probably got a better chance of catching Wyatt than Wyatt does Josh right now. Josh actually, he is up to 1.3 second now, lead over second. So Josh, he's got that thing hooked up right now.
Cameron King to the pits with some issues. Casey McMullen in a new ride this week, the 03. Moved over, same team, but moved over to a new number. He's racing the 03 this week. Brian Dixon having to take a leave of absence. And I got to say, we're kind of thinking about Brian. He's had some storms in his area, unfortunately, and it's affected his house.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to put that, and he's having to take some drastic measures to kind of rebuild some of the things he lost. So hope he's hope everything's going okay with him.
Yeah, we don't know exactly what happened, but he did say there was some trouble at home as far as the actual house itself. So
yeah, some storms. So having to sacrifice the sim racing to kind of take care of some real life situations. So hope he gets things straightened out quickly, and hopefully it's not too stressful. I tell you what's stressful, this group right here, watching from 7th on back. It's gotten kind of chaotic here. Hollingsworth underneath Austin Demore there for 8th spot. 9th for Demore. 10th Villalobos trying to go by now. And then behind him.
Austin. Yeah. Austin's definitely falling off the pace quite a bit here. He's just struggling right now. He's waiting for that stage.
Yeah. Villalobos was
he's
trying
got
to
a gaggle.
Villalobos was trying to make that pass, but that's allowed Ben Tracy to jump to the outside of the 45. He's kind of rebounding and going forward now. Behind him, it's almost 3 wide into the corner.
I know, yeah. It's that is a crazy gaggle of cars we have going on right there. They're all trying to get around Austin.
Ooh, Austin almost in the wall there, but he clears those guys behind him. Still side by side here for his 10th spot. This is a stage point. These guys know it.
Yeah, I'm looking. I mean, Casey right now in the 03, he looks like he's got a lot of speed. And he just has nowhere to go with it. He just gets by.
Close right there between the 33 and 45. Wow. They make it work. They sort that out. Ben Tracy hangs on to 10th for now. Here comes Lane Allen looking underneath the 45. This is where all your action is right now.
Yeah, unfortunately, Julio was trying to make the pass on the 5 there, and he just couldn't get it done. Gets side by side with the 33, and kind of puts him in that kind of sucker hole right now. And yeah, now Lane Allen has gone by him and cleared him.
You know what I like about what I'm seeing here is you got some comers and goers. You got the 5 slipping back, some of these guys slipping back, and you got some guys like Casey McMullen you were talking about. Looks like he's got some speed here late in the run. And so maybe saved a little tire and going forward, although he's going to give up a spot maybe to the 99 Rough who's working him over.
It looks like he got him cleared right now, but yeah.
Ben
Casey
Tracy
likes to save. He's a good guy at saving, so.
Tracy said 10th is not enough. I want 9th. He's went by Austin Demore. Right now, Casey McMullen hanging on to 13th spot. All right, well, we're coming around with going to be 1 lap to go in the stage when he hits the line. Joshua Gaiman doing everything right up front right now. Pretty sizable lead over Wyatt Huntley in second, over 2 seconds to Wyatt. And then you got Richie Coy back here in third. Fetter Place close by as they lap, who is that, Tim Wortman. But Tim hanging on, trying to get that lucky dog when the caution flies.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, who is that guy? That is Tim Wortman, you're right. He's kind of putting a little bit of chokehold on the 22 there, but he gives him some room. Finally, the 22 gets by. Richie Coy almost lost 4th, though, to Brandon Fetter Place.
But he hangs on to it. He's going to hang on to 4th spot. Huntley in second. But Joshua Gaiman going to be your stage winner here tonight at Rockingham. As soon as the 10th place guy crosses, which there it is, caution flies for the first time tonight. And I tell you what, Austin Demore barely hung on to that 10th spot over Lane Allen, who was about to work him over there.
Yeah, wow. Actually, from what I'm looking at, I think Derek Cat actually was able to get the lucky dog out of that. I got to go back. I almost thought he tapped the wall a little bit.
You're right. Cat is showing the first car 1 lap down.
He got really close to the wall, though, right before the yellow. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, I see what you're saying. If he got an instant point, it won't give it to him.
Yeah, I'm curious to see. I guess it's going to be the 29 or the 83, though, that's going to get that lucky dog. One of them, but we'll see.
We'll keep it on that, but your stage winner tonight, the 61, Joshua Gaiman, 40 laps in the books, and he looks like he's got a strong car up front. Nobody able to touch him, over a 2-second lead as they come down for pit stops for the first time tonight here at Rockingham.
Yeah, well, he had a fresh car. I mean, obviously, he started on the pole. He's been pretty much leading this race for ever since he got by Austin there. So, And obviously the clean air is king, and he's been using every bit of it to his advantage. I wonder if anybody else has got anything, though, for Joshua tonight.
Interesting. Looks like Tim Wortman came down with the leaders.
Huh. I believe. Yeah, well, yeah, Derek's still out there, so maybe he didn't tap the wall there.
Yeah,
Ooh, Richie Coy having an issue in this pit box. Big issue having. He still hasn't even gotten service yet.
Oh. What has happened?
I don't know.
Let's rewind, see if we can find out. Let's rewind this and see what happened to Richie Coy here. Did he just miss?
Yeah, he didn't turn into.
He missed his pit box and tries to back up into it, but he's outside the pit box. And I know you don't know that from the driver's seat, but he's outside the box, so he's not going to get service. Trying to find where they'll pit his car, and finally gets in there. I don't know if this was at a 7-point. No, it's not even a turn. It's don't get Richie to parallel park your car. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
He'll love that. He's not going to love being back in traffic, though, for sure. He lost a lot of track position, was running towards the front, came in third, and unfortunately going to drop to, looks like 15th right now.
That's what I'm showing him, yeah.
He's going to work his way through traffic. But we've seen some guys do it.
He is definitely not a parking contender.
And as a matter of fact, Tyler Bowers from the rear, he's up to fourth.
Wow.
Spot.
Yeah, look at that. I'm going to have to go back and maybe see what Tyler did. Did he do the old two-tire shuck and jive job?
I don't know if you'd want to do that here, but he definitely gained some positions. I'll tell you what, White Huntley come off with the lead. He's going to be your leader here coming to this restart. The 22 of Huntley beat the Gaiman machine off pit road. He's going to be your leader. First and second, green flag flies. And we're off and racing once again here at Rockingham.
I can confirm the 94 did take forward. He had a really great stop. That's getting it done on pit road.
You know, I kind of wondered. He started from pole the last 2 weeks and had issues the last 2 weeks. He's going to try something different. Try starting in the rear and working your way through the pack.
Well, you can always learn a little bit about the field doing that. Yeah. And learn a little bit about your driving style as well. And he's doing really good tonight.
It's also risky doing that. You end up putting yourself in some positions with traffic that you might not want to be in. Here's Kevin Ruffin, 7th spot, having a solid run so far. Right behind Victor Fluker, Ben Tracy, Lane Allen.
Yeah, Ben doing a pretty good job after having that almost wreck. He did pretty well there.
So Mason Hoffner had an issue. He's towed to the pits.
I'll tell you, the Wyatt right now, he is off.
Somebody
off and running.
Pounded the wall off the corner. It was Villalobos in the 45. Big hit off turn 2. He's going to have some damage. He's struggling right now.
Yeah, the car's wiggling pretty heavily right now. And I believe, who's that behind him? Is that Tim Wharton?
Yeah, Derek Cat back there.
Yeah, Derek Cat did get the lucky dog that time around.
Spinning.
Yeah, I saw a little smoke there.
He towed right to the pits, so I think it was 84 of Hollingsworth.
I'm going to have to go back and see what happened. He, turn 2. Like you say, he got really loose.
Here, Hollingsworth diving under some cars here. Was running in 4th spot, comes off turn 2, just gets loose, straight down and into the wall. And he might have all out forward because he completely left the server.
Man, rough night.
White Huntley, though, out front. I don't know what I tried to call him there, but Huntley, the 22, out front right now. Pretty sizable lead over Fetter Place and Joshua Gaiman. Oh, Ben Tracy with an issue. Oh, he's sideways. He backs up on track. Gets it righted.
Yeah.
No caution.
Wow. Almost exactly what happened. Hold on. He had maybe a little bit of help there as well. But almost exactly the same kind of looseness that we just saw from Stephen Hollingsworth.
Let's go back and look and see what happened to Ben Tracy. Finally get a crash indicator. Oh, they were running side by side with Fluger. And unfortunately, right in front of Demore, too. Nothing he could do.
Yeah. I'm looking at Fluger right now. He's getting underneath cabin roof there. Oh, we got another car spinning.
Lane
There's
Allen.
the yellow.
Lane Allen around on turn 2. Caution's going to fly now as Lane spins on the track here.
Wow, even Richie Coy got a little loose there coming off the corner as well.
Somebody get oil down off turn 2?
Honestly, yeah.
Well, we finally get to use our Best One Tire and Auto Care instant replay because unfortunately none of the crashes are showing up. Here we are, though. Best One Tire and Auto Care bringing you this instant replay off to the corner. The 19 and the 14 doing the same thing off the corner at the same time.
Yeah. Richie was able to hang on to it, but Lane unfortunately suffered the fate as we already see.
Down in the wall, slides back up on track. It's a call. Oh, who was that barely slid by? I was thinking it was Wortman. Barely able to slip by beside the 14.
And that's good for Wortman because he's our lap down right now, and he needed to get that lucky dog.
I almost wonder if that was a sympathy spin by the 14. He saw the 19 get loose in front of him. And
yeah, just saying, yeah, I see how loose it is. I'm going to double it.
Let's right on board with Tim Wortman and see what he saw. I'm telling you, this was close. Coming off the corner. He's side by side with the car down the straightaway. You see the 14 down there and sliding up the track. Oh! Maybe closer than... I thought it was closer than maybe it was, but still, that'll get your attention.
Well, especially, too, yeah, you definitely want to keep it clean for that lucky dog. And, when you're in that one-lap lucky dog spot, you definitely just do not want to have an incident. You definitely don't want to be the caution either. You're just kind of praying for that caution to show up, and hopefully you're not anywhere near it. And, yeah. That is definitely a brown pants moment there for you.
In that situation, you're thinking skinny.
Exactly,
that's all you can do. We had some pit stops here. Richie Coy, Casey McMullen, Villalobos comes down. He had some damage he's fixing. Of course, Ben Tracy, I think he's got some damage to fix as well. And, of course, Lane Allen. All those guys deciding to come down and maybe get some service here. Wortman gets the lucky dog, though. He will get back on the lead lap.
Yeah, that should bring us now to about 18 cars now on the lead lap. Everybody else is out of the race. Stephen Hollingsworth, Cameron King, Ed Boyles, and Mason Hoffner. So, yeah, we're down to 18 cars. And actually, I do see Ed mentioned something in chat, too. He said he had 7 minutes of damage. And he saw the guy in front of him hit the wall and just took him away. He said, Calgon, take me away.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've been seeing turn 2 is obviously, what have we had now? 5 cars that have had that incident, that looseness coming out of 2. I know you talked about it early on in the race, and well, they didn't want to prove you to be a liar tonight. So, yeah, you were spot on with that one.
Listen, it's a treacherous corner. Just the way it's so abrupt coming off the corner, and with this car, any abruptness like that on exit of the corners is going to make it even harder. So I knew it was going to be a problem, and that's certainly treacherous turn 2 is going to be a theme tonight. We got Brandon Fetterplace and Wyatt Huntley on the front row. Wyatt leading them to the green once again. Gaiman, Bowers, Fluger, your top 5. Green flag flies after our first caution for incident.
Wyatt was able to pull away pretty easily from the field here, so let's see if he can do it again. Got Fetterplace still running second, though. I don't think Fetterplace was in second before.
This is our first restart, too, on some older tires.
Right, yeah.
Seeing how some of these guys cope with that. And so far, so good. But they are looking a little squirrely.
Got to watch that turn, too. And hopefully we don't have an issue where it's going to affect leaders as well. We've been seeing the leader curse happen a couple of times lately. So, yeah, we definitely don't want to continue that trend.
You got Jeff Chandler having a good run so far, up in the 7th spot. So he's moved into the top 10. Chandler moving his way through the field after starting from the rear as well. Chandler is up 9 spots.
Yeah, Jeff started 21st, I want to say.
Well, 9 spots before he qualified. You're right. So it's farther back than that. He did start from the rear, but yeah.
DeMore just tapped the wall there coming out of 2.
Something in the background.
DeMore's on, or not DeMore. David Duran, I believe, is on his inside right now trying to get by.
Duranco.
Oh, that's Duranco. Yeah.
You got DeMore, Duranco, and you said Duran. I guess I could throw that one in there. So.
I was wrong. Well, Durand usually is in a red car, but I don't believe he's in a red car. He's in the Napa car today.
And they're racing for the 10th spot.
And that's right, yeah.
It's like Ronco's going to get it. Here comes Casey McMullen inching his way into the top 10 as well. Had a good run at Martinsville. I'll tell you, I talked to him after that race. I'll get that right in a minute. And he was pretty jacked up. You see Ben Tracy having an issue off turn 2 there. Hangs on to it. But back to McMullen, he was pretty pumped up about his run at Martinsville. Said he made a lot of passes, felt like it was a good solid day, kind of working through traffic. Didn't really, he had a little incident on the backstretch, I think, that collected a few guys. Was kind of bummed about that, but felt like he had a pretty solid race going there and able to bring home a nice solid top 5.
And I've been hearing rumors he might actually drop out of the series. I don't know why. He's running pretty good in here.
Yeah.
You might want to rethink that. He always kind of shows up when you don't expect him to show up, and he's always a very good and consistent driver, and he knows how to save his stuff. So he's one of those guys that always shows up at the end of these races and finds himself in a really good spot.
Here's Richie Coy right on the back bumper of David Duran and Kevin Ruff, trying to rebound from his issues on pit road, and I guess issues off turn 2 a little bit as well.
Yeah, I should go back to see if I know he pitted that last time around. I'm gonna have to go back and look to see if he actually did take tires there, or maybe just went in for a little bit of damage.
Well, the offset will be about 11 laps. 11 laps difference between tires if they did take tires, and I'm pretty sure he did take tires at that point.
He did. I just checked.
So he's trying to use those, but cannot find a way around the 51 right now of Durant.
Well, it's one of those things too. I mean, I don't remember. We didn't really have many different tire strategies in the truck race, so I don't know if there's going to be that equalizing factor of an 11-lap fresher tires or not. So you might want to try and maybe make a move or two sooner than later.
Here comes Casey McMullen underneath the number 2 of Duranco. Duranco also up in that top 10 right now.
Yeah, they're still fighting for it. Duranco's looks like he's got that outside line momentum going for him right now.
And both these guys did stop under this last caution, so their tires are even, but newer than some of the guys in front of them.
Yeah, but they got a little bit of a disadvantage, though. And here comes Richie Coy. He does get around David Duran there.
So
and then Kevin Ruff in front of him just taps the wall in front of Richie there. Going back up front, though. Wyatt Hundley, though, still got a lead.
I think all the drivers know this track is going to be kind of a tough track. You got to kind of slug it out. It's not a long race, only 200 miles, so a little bit shorter than some of the other races. But I just noticed that our logo is not showing up there. But anyway, it's a tough track, and they know this.
So so what you're basically saying is not only is it a rock, but it's a hard place.
It is both, yes.
Yes.
Correct.
Just kind of going through the field here, trying to look to see what's happening, and I could see who is that right now? Is that David Duran again? He's getting passed by Kevin Ruff, or no? They were fighting there for a second. They were side by side. It looks like Kevin's closing in on Duran, though.
Casey McMullen probably gets by Alan Duranco. He does make that pass. Richie Coy in front of Duran trying to close in on Victor Pfluger. But I tell you what, it's starting to close up for second, third, and fourth just a little bit. They're all kind of together. The better place, Tyler Bowers now, his teammate right behind him, and Joshua Gaiman's dropped to fourth as Tyler has gotten around him.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised with Joshua. He just does not seem to have the speed that he did early on. But again, clean air is king, though. So he got out of that fresh air and just kind of struggling a little bit. The one I'm looking at right now is that 83 of Tim Wortman Jr. I mean, he finally got on the lead lap, running 12th right now. I believe he did get tires as well, so just kind of waiting to see him kind of creep his way up into the field, into the top 5 like we normally see him.
Yep, 12th spot right now. Austin DeMore behind him trying to rebound as well. Ooh, you got Ron Bliss all the way up the track, almost scrubbing that wall through 3 and 4, using that high side.
Yeah, looked like he had a run on Austin there and just kind of got out of it, but then the car got tight and went right up the track.
I tell you what, I'm looking forward to this track. Once it gets some years on it, gets some wear on it, we start seeing guys kind of move around and move to the top like Brian was right there, where that line is actually a fast line you can kind of use. It's going to be some fun racing around here, because that was when Rockingham was its best, where you could move around. You saw the guys run towards the top. You saw, the tires wear out, make a difference, all that stuff. I'm looking forward to getting to that point in this track when we get some age on this new asphalt.
Well, you're talking in real life, because who knows when iRacing is going to give us the age, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, we have an old Rockingham.
That's true. Yeah, we do.
But it's like running down a dirt road through the corners. I mean, it's rough.
It is a little bit bumpy, right?
Some people like that. I mean, we got a bumpy Daytona too. So I don't know if it'd be fun in this car, but some of the other cars, it actually is quite fun to kind of go through, and you have to kind of fight the car through the corner, and you can run up the track.
Well, the bumpy track that I like the Fairgrounds, Nashville Fairgrounds. A lot of guys don't like the bumpiness of it, but it is a fun track.
And you got Joshua Gaiman putting, who is that, lap down?
That is Mason Hoffner. He actually did come back on the track there.
All right, so he got himself fixed up, and he's back out there. Lane Allen is taking his car to the garage, though, after that contact on the backstretch.
Yeah, he said 5 laps down.
Enough is enough.
He's in there cheering on the team, I guess.
Casey McMullen able to get around the 99 of Kevin Ruff, moves into 8th spot. Kevin back down to 9th.
He's got a pretty good. He's got some fresh air in front of him right now. He's got a bit of a gap to David Duran. Ooh,
yeah.
Who was that? That was Hoffner again. Mason kind of tapping the wall in front of Duran.
Oh. Brian Bliss with an issue down the backstretch. Gonna pull it down to the apron.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you, some of these guys having some issues tonight. Been kind of rough.
He chased that thing up the track. It got loose, and he tapped the wall. And yeah, that turn 2, it's just been brutal for these guys tonight.
I'll tell you, once Wyatt Huntley, he's still out front. Once he got the lead, he's not looked back. He might start looking back, though. Brandon Fetterplate's only 0.8 of a second back now. Tyler Bowers in 3rd, and Joshua Gaiman in 4th. So,
yeah, we really haven't talked about fuel mileage, but with the stage being at lap 40, granted we did have an extra caution. I'm pretty sure it was just going to be a one stop if we do stay green for a lot of these guys. Now, obviously, we did have some guys come in and have about 11 laps more gas and maybe a little bit fresher tires as well, but it still should be a one stopper for some of these guys. Or I should say for all of these guys.
going through the field, 2nd. Looks like 3rd place is about to heat up. Tyler Bowers up the track. For Hot Lap Heroes, you got the 61 of Joshua Gaiman right behind him trying to get by him. It's Jace Motorsports. So
Tyler looked like he struggled a little bit getting off at 2 there, and Josh started to kind of gain on him in 3 and 4, but was not able to seal the deal there. And I'm watching times here with Fetterplace and Wyatt. Fetterplace is kind of gaining on Wyatt right now.
Yeah, it's down to, actually, no, he's lost a little bit. It's 0.8 of a second now.
Oh, I'm showing him at 0.6. Well, 0.7.
I'm showing him at 0.9.
All right, let's see. Wyatt's last lap was a 23.4, and then Brandon's with a 23.2. Now, that lap, Brandon was a 23.49, and Wyatt was a 23.43. It's almost the same time that last lap.
Yeah, I'm still showing him at 0.8. It's kind of fluctuating. Looks like 34 Fetterplace might be a little better through 3 and 4, but Wyatt's getting through 1 and 2 really nice. So they're kind of trading lap times here too. And a battle for 3rd is still on, but Tyler Bowers holding on to it for now. But Joshua Gaiman looking for a way around.
Yeah, actually Wyatt was about a 10th quicker that last lap too. So yeah, they're definitely trading a little bit of laps. Obviously, Wyatt's got the fresh air right now, and he's being able to use that to his advantage and stay out there. He does not want to see Brandon, though, get any closer.
Bronco around Kevin Ruff back there. That is for 9th spot. and Tracy, Bill Lobos, and Chandler, 12th, 13th, and 14th. Just looking for a little bit of where there's exchanges for position. I do see Tyler Bowers running up the track a little bit through 3 and 4. I know Gateman's running the very bottom through 3 and 4, but Bowers up about a lane through 3 and 4. I think it's helping him get through the corner a little bit. And then they go down here in 1 and 2, and it's kind of the opposite.
Yeah. Well, I think, too, like I say, I know Tyler was a little loose coming out of 2, so they might be just trying a little bit different experiments right now to try to get there. But, man, Joshua was right on the bumper right now.
Yeah, it was a pretty good corner for him right there.
Yeah, that's really kind of our biggest race right now between for third. Tyler, I mean, again, started from the back of the field. It doesn't look like he's as quick as his teammate right now. But they're still kind of all hanging in there in that top. I mean, the top 4 right now are pretty much within, 2 seconds of each other. So we're all pacing pretty similar times. You got Victor Fluger in 5th right now, kind of on his own little island. He does got Richie Coy about almost a second behind him. But Richie having not a bad night tonight. I mean, definitely looking a little bit better than we've seen him. I mean, obviously he had that pit stop parking issue, but he's got that sorted out. I mean, he's sitting in 6th right now.
For sure. Trying to sort through some of the issues for some reason. Having a logo show up there.
Yeah, and then 7th, David Duran. He's kind of got a big gap over to Richie Coy as well, almost 2-second gap to Richie. And then he's got Casey McMullen in 8th right now, on kind of hot on his heels. Casey's about 6/10 off David Duran right now. Casey again having a good night tonight. The 9th spot you got Alan Duranko. He's almost 3 seconds off of Casey McMullen, and there's a little bit of action happening back there. Blaine Allen actually back on the track, though. He's kind of going around these guys right now. Obviously, you got the car fixed up and put some fresh shoes on there.
Get those fresh tires, yeah.
He's unfortunately 8 laps down. He is the only guy, though, that's in the lucky dog position at this point. Just got to work through the traffic there. Maybe he might be able to get a lap back the old natural way. But I'm going to assume, too, that these guys might be coming in. If we do stay green, we're going to probably see pit stops maybe around 115 or 125, somewhere around there. I mean, we haven't even hit halfway yet of the race, so there's still quite a bit of racing to go here. But I would assume they easily have 80 laps of, on a fuel run here as far as tires go.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see when they choose to pit and how they kind of split this one up.
I guess there was a little issue between the 33 and the 45 back there. Ben gets on the radio. And oh, yeah, Ben got a little loose coming down the front straight and almost lost it in front of Julio there. I have a feeling that the lead is going to start getting shaken up right now because our leader is catching lap traffic. He's got 3 cars right in front of him. And while all this is happening, Fetter Place is actually starting to close in on the 22 now. So things are going to start getting spicy here. Keep an eye on that lead. So we got Brian. Yeah, he's got Brian Bliss and DeMore right in front of him. 2 wide, too, and 22 has got nowhere to go.
He's going to hold wide up just a little bit there. Brendan Fetterplace licking his chops back there behind him. He gets around DeMore. Now he's going to fight to get to Brian Bliss here off the corner. Bliss going to give him the inside, I think, in 3. Yes, he does.
Yeah, DeMore gives the inside of Fetterplace as well. So looks like who's that now they got in front? Is that Derek Katz? Yes, it is. So Derek Cat will be the next guy to go a lap down here.
You know, we saw in the truck race.
Man, Fetter Place almost Biggie kind of made it a little tight there. Brian Bliss made it a little tight on the exit of 2. I mean, really, he just caught him at the wrong spot. Man, it almost got a little tight there off of Derek Cat in turn 4. Wow.
We saw how important traffic is in the truck race earlier, well, I guess last week at this point. How important it is to kind of work your way through traffic and in a timely manner. And if you catch it in the wrong spot there exiting turn 2, we saw that leader unfortunately get taken out. Justin Gann lose the lead after contact with his teammate who was having issues off turn 2. It's just like working through traffic here can be death-defying at times. As you're seeing right there, was that Brian Bliss? No, that was Derek Cat with a little contact with the 94.
Joshua Gamer right behind the 94 too. Yeah, they're both trying to kind of fight through this lap traffic.
I'll tell you
like
what.
Joshua might get him here.
Oh, we got an issue. Looks like Bronco off pace and on the apron through 3 and 4. Going to come to pit road. I don't know if this is a scheduled stop or not. We got Casey McMullen working around. No, what is he doing? He's trying to get around David Duran.
I think that might have been a scheduled stop there by Duranco.
All right. Victor Pfluger getting passed by the 19 of Richie Coy. A lot of change for position here all of a sudden.
Well, they're hitting this lap traffic, and it's just another rolling chicane, on an oval. So they got to kind of get, work through these guys methodically and just try to get by them as clean and quickly as possible.
Leaders have some clear track for now as they get around the 31 of Chandler, who goes a lap down. So these guys up front now have some clean track in front of them. Brandon Fetter Place right there behind Wyatt Huntley. Here's Tyler Bowers with Joshua Gaiman all over his back bumper down the front stretch.
Yeah, they've been racing pretty hard there for that third, and they've been racing for third for a long time.
And I'm actually kind of surprised how stuck the 61 seems here in 4th spot behind Bowers. Just cannot make this pass, or maybe choosing not to. I'm not really sure, but has not been able to get by the 94 of Bowers.
Well, they're definitely on the back end of the run here. So again, I can assume some of these guys are going to probably be hitting here another 10, maybe 20 laps. So it's just one of those things where, the tires are starting to lose, and maybe Joshua's been fighting. He just doesn't have the tire to get by him right now.
Yeah,
and maybe he's seeing some of that lap traffic, and he's just trying to pick the spot where he knows he's going to be able to maybe go too wide for a while. Here he is. He's looking low right now. It looks like he cleared him. Yeah, he got him.
He is going to clear him through 1 and 2. Gaiman back up to 3rd spot. Tyler Bowers falls to 4th. I was talking about Richie Coy in 5th there. Victor Pfluger in 6th, but behind them, Casey McMullen has worked his way up to 7th. David Duran in 8th. And look at Tim Wortman. You talked about him getting back on the lead lap and how important that was. He's starting to work his way up there, Tony, like you were talking about. He'll sneak into this top 5 before the end of the night, at least.
Well, he's still got a little bit of an uphill battle. I mean, he's 17 seconds off the leader right now. And again, they're running 23-second laps. So he's really got to kind of kick that thing into high gear here if he does not want to go a lap down. He's closer to being a lap down than he is getting closer to the 8th place spot of David Duran. So he's still got to get moving. I mean, he's definitely behind the 8 ball, but I don't know. I'm not counting him out just yet. We still got, it looks like we're going to have some green flag stops as well, the way things are going.
You got Ben Tracy and Kevin Ruff racing side by side. Those guys have had fireworks in the past. The two of them. You get them together, sparks start flying sometimes. They settled that one pretty easy, though. Ben Tracy goes around Kevin Ruff there. But, they've been. You had to watch that. That was going to get exciting, but a little difference in tires, I believe, too. Kevin Ruff, he's one of the guys that stayed out versus the 11-lap fresher tires that the 33 Tracy has. And at this
Ben's
point in the run, it's kind of a small advantage, but still a little bit of an advantage.
Ooh, Kevin just cracked the wall there, too. Just really slowed down. So yeah, I'm kind of starting to see maybe some of these guys that have yet to pit, they're going to probably obviously pile in a little bit earlier than some of the guys that did pit. You can see some of these cars are just not, they're not handling like they were early on here.
I mean, Wyatt continues to pick them up and put them down as the leader. He's lapped up to 13th spot. Kevin Ruff, we were just talking about him, is right in front of our leader. The next car to go a lap down.
Yeah, currently right now, yeah, Brian Bliss is the current lap down car right now. I know Brian would like to stay there, but yeah, I don't know why it's been running pretty strong right now, just staying ahead of Brandon. And Brandon has just not. He hasn't gotten past that 0.6 bubble behind him. He's just not been able to kind of crack that right now. Pretty good race though. And actually, I'm looking at third place Joshua Gaiman, and he was able to separate himself pretty good from Tyler Bowers once he got around him now. And actually starting to kind of close in. Joshua's last lap was a 23.4 compared to Tyler, where am I looking here? Better Place ran a 23.5 and Wyatt ran a 23.8 that last lap.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Fetter Place has caught him. I said he couldn't break that 0.6 bubble. He's in 0.3 right now. He is right there. We do got a pit stop. I don't know who that is though.
Kevin Ruff coming to pit road.
All right, Ruff's in.
Yeah, Joshua Gaiman, the fastest car on track as far as our lead lap cars so far. Last lap and this lap. Definitely starting to click off some laps. 23.5 that last lap. Although, I don't know, looks like Wyatt picked it up 23.47 that lap as well. So, still some speed left in the 22 there.
Yeah, and I guess we're not really factoring in some of the lap traffic that these guys are dealing with as well. But man, yeah, the top three, I mean, they're the top two are within a tiny little blanket. But then 3 and 4 right now, there's a bit of spacing back there.
Pit lap 42 for these guys. We are on lap 81. So we are past the point of the first stage. No, sorry, 81 laps remaining. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong number here. We are well past that. 116 laps in the books, 81 remaining.
Yeah, they're almost about halfway to the run right now. So if they were to pit now, they're going to have a longer run than what they just did. So maybe another 5, maybe another 10 laps here as well. I can imagine we're going to start seeing some guys come in here.
Nice long run for these guys as well, getting that tire wear in. 11 cars on the lead lap. Yeah, we've only had 2 cautions, one for the stage and one for the accident on the backstretch involving the 14 of Lane Allen. Other than that, we've been clean and green so far here at Rockingham and clicking off those laps, 79 laps to go.
Who did pit? Was that Mason Hoffner again?
Jeff Chandler in the pits.
Oh, Chandler, okay.
Give us fresh tires and try to get back out there and gain some time. Not a bad idea if you're a lap down to kind of come in early. Try to get, you're already a lap down. If come down a little early, get some fresh tires and try to get out there, make some time, and hope that when the cycle ends, you get a quick caution and get back in this one.
Yeah, unfortunately, Jeff actually was 2 laps down at that point, and he might actually, he's on exit right now, so he might be able to stay at that 2 laps.
I can imagine tires make a difference here, though. The fall-off's got to be pretty neat, pretty substantial. Let's look at our best lap by the leader was a 22.54, and they're running 23.63s. So over a second of fall-off.
And that's actually pretty good if you think about it, too, for running 80-something laps with only a second fall-off. The car doesn't feel the same, but, the speeds are still not that bad.
Yeah, no, that's not a lot considering what we've seen at Rockingham in the past. This track's kind of been known to wear out some tires, and you really have a lot of fall off. And yeah, right now, not too bad.
I'm kind of looking to 22. Wow, Wyatt almost had an issue there with Austin Moore. Wow. I don't know if you knew Austin was going to pit, but Austin is pitting. Man, that was close.
The 34 Fetter Place right to his rear bumper now,
It
too.
sure did, yeah. I mean, Fetter Place has been knocking on that door right there, but yeah, that definitely put a foot in the door right there.
Get the 33 of Tracy right in front of him. Ben trying to stay on that lead lap.
Yeah, Ben's been doing a pretty good job trying to stay out there in front of those guys. I know Kevin was the next guy to go a lap down. Oh, there goes Ben.
He did the wise thing. Yeah, he got up the track there in 1 and 2. Unfortunately, that's going to open the door for the 34 Fetter Place inside the 22 of Wyatt Huntley side by side for your lead.
It's uptight racing.
So side by side as they head off into turn 1.
And unfortunately, they better sort this out because they're almost 3 wide in front. They're catching those guys mighty quick.
22 up the track into the wall off turn 2. Fetter Place going to be handed the lead there as one guy ducks down on the apron, getting ready to pit. Huntley. And here comes Gaiman. All that racing has brought Joshua Gaiman right back into this, right on the back bumper, the 22 of Wyatt Huntley.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, Wyatt, that one corner, that exit of 2 just really hurt him bad.
Gaiman looking to the bottom. This is another couple of guys we've seen some fireworks from.
Well, the only benefit is right now, they all got a pit, and they're probably going to be pit pretty soon.
We do. We have pit stops. Pfluger in, Ben Tracy in, David Durand all in the pit road. We are seeing some pit stops now. And there goes the 61 of Joshua Gaiman back to second. If I'm Wyatt, I'm calling him in now. Pit, pit, pit. We obviously are off the pace. We need to come to pit road.
Well, I don't know. I've always been kind of a guy where, you try to wait as long as you can. And, he's still up there. He can still see the leaders. It might not be bad to, maybe go in after. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, wow.
What is going on? These guys coming off pit road.
Oh, man.
Oh, and a spin right in front of our leaders. Somebody goes in, I think it's Tim Wortman, into the corner and into, who was that, Ben Tracy?
That was Ben Tracy, yeah.
There was a lot going on there. Of course, caution is out here. But, yeah.
Man. And I'm trying to see if Ben actually was getting up to speed. Yeah, he was just coming out of the pits there.
All right, well. Let's go back and look at our Best Tire and Auto Care instant replay. I mean, there was so much chaos going on. Tim Wortman up the track and Ben Tracy in that second lane. Wortman up into the 33 and around he goes.
Yeah, well, the 33 and the 51 were both coming out of the pits at the same time. The 51 stayed low. 33 kind of went up on the track, and the whole field. I mean, the leaders had to split the difference somehow.
Try to cut the gap there, and unfortunately, the 33. Tim trying to stay on the lead lap, and on those old tires slid up into the 33 of Tracy, and around he goes.
Man. That's rough.
Cabin rough?
Yeah, well, and nobody really got into Ben afterwards. I mean, unfortunately, Ben just had some fresh tires and smoked up those tires a little bit, but he did get a lot of damage, so he's going to be all right to stay out there.
Yeah, so Ben was trying to get going because he knows he's going to be a lot faster than those guys behind him, so he's just going to hang out there on the outside. And I think, again, what he's thinking is I'll just hang on out here and be able to pull away from these guys on the exit of the corner. Unfortunately, he didn't make it to that point, but
yeah, it was a tough decision by the leaders. I mean, again, yeah, you had the 51 on the low side, the 33 was on the upside. They didn't really give. They had to fill that hole somehow. They were coming at such a high rate of speed, just because obviously when you're coming out of the pits, you're not even up to speed.
We got all these wave rounds. Anytime we have a caution in the middle of pit stops, it kind of gets chaotic here. We're not here, just anywhere. But got a lot of wave rounds going to come around and join the rear of the field. Bill Lobos being one of them.
Yeah, because right now I'm only showing, 8 guys on the lead lap, but obviously it's going to change after these waiver rounds.
Yeah. Going to have some
but it does put that wrench. It kind of takes that wrench out of the equation of the green flag pit stops for our leaders. So they're all on equal tire right now, and they're all in that equal position right now. So you're gonna have to see what you did last run and try to make the most out of it this run.
All right, I think we're in shape. Yeah, pace car's going to peel off. We're going to get a restart here. Brandon Fetterplace leading. Green flag is back out. Now he's got Joshua Gaiman in second.
Oh, we got a spinner.
Well, that.
Try to see. Was that Casey?
It is Casey McMullen.
Casey. I don't know if. Yeah, he just got loose, spun his tires.
Well, let's go back and look at this restart. Caution immediately flies once again.
Almost looked like a misshift, maybe. No shift at all. Just, yeah, he just got loose. Wow. Like Chip Chandler got a little piece of that as well.
Yeah, no big hits. It don't look like.
No. And actually, and I'm looking too, I believe Derek Cat was clean getting through there, so he should be getting the lucky dog this time around. I think this will be the second time he's getting that lucky dog too.
Boy, Jeff Chandler was right behind that. 3, go, and yeah, he tries to step to the left, and he tries to hang on to it. Unfortunately, cuts back to the right and spins out right in front of Jeff. Just minor contact from Chandler, but I'm sure it's got his attention a little bit.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, yeah, Jeff is 3 laps down too, so I mean, he's definitely he's one of 2 cars 3 laps down. He's only racing Austin D'Amore at this time, and they're both actually in the pits right now. Interesting turn of events, though. All right, well, what are we down to? We got about 65 laps to go, 66 laps.
64 laps to go. You were right around there.
64.
Oh, we missed it by 3, didn't we?
Oh, you know, because I'm looking at Austin D'Amore's, and he's a few laps down, so yeah. That's why my math is off.
Excuses.
Yeah. All right, well, we only got 9 cars on the lead lap. Victor Fluger, Kevin Rupp are the 2 cars a lap down right now. They are both 1 lap down, so they are going to probably be in contention for the lucky dog if we do get another yellow here. But yeah, we got a small field. I mean, if you're still on the lead lap, you got a top 10 pretty much sewed up right now.
Yeah, that battle for the lucky dog is probably going to be a little hot and heavy compared to everything else. 63 laps remaining. All these guys want to make it to the end, but those guys fighting for the lucky dog want to be in position now in case the caution comes out. Of course, who doesn't want to lead the race? Brandon Fetterplace, though, out front. Joshua Gaiman in second. You got Wyatt Huntley in third. Tyler Bowers in fourth. That have been your players so far tonight. Richie Coy right now in fifth. Tim Mortman in sixth. This is a reset for those guys to kind of gain that track position back they lost. So they're back in contention. You got Casey McMullen, Derek Cat, Villalobos, your lead lap cars. Here we come. Pace cars off. They enter the restart zone, and the green flag flies.
Fetterplace off to a great start there.
And it looks like everybody gets away. Oh,
yep.
Little wiggle.
Like Tyler was kind of giving Joshua a little bit of push there.
Oh, Joshua Gaiman around. Off turn 2. Caution flies again. He hits the wall hard on the inside.
Yeah, wow. The infamous turn 2 spin there. Wow.
Well, let's go back and see. Looks like it just broke loose on it. Right on board with 61 side by side with Hunley. It just breaks loose on exit, man. That's this again, this car, it'll break loose on you in a hurry, and off turn 2 with the abruptness of the corner just makes it really challenging.
And And he didn't hit the wall too bad. He did obviously crack the inside wall, but it wasn't too overly damaging. So I think he might be all right.
As long as he didn't get the wheel, tough. I think they can fix their front end.
Yeah, he hit the front corner. The car actually doesn't look like it's hurt too bad. He is going in, though, for a little bit of repair.
Well, the good news for him is with only 9 cars.
A lucky dog.
Well, yeah, 10 cars now on the lead lap. But the good news is he's not going to lose much as far as track position goes, or positions on the track goes.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Got a few joining him on pit road as well. Villalobos, Kevin a lap down, but he's going to pit.
Well, I'll tell you, if you're kind of in the back of the pack, or it's still on the lead lap, it's probably not a bad idea to go in there and maybe get some tires here. Maybe try to get an edge over some of these guys. I don't know how many sets you have left in the box, though, but it might not be a bad strategy.
Get some tires and fuel up. And you probably know where I'm going with this. Make sure to check out Victory Fuel online. DrinkVictory.com. Use code FTSR for 10% off your order. You get anything they got there, including their great refreshing beverages. The Purple Potion, which is you'll see out of the 19 Akoi right there. You got Lucky Lemon, and you got Throttle Punch, which is one of my favorites. Just really good stuff. So make sure to support our sponsors. Go out there and get you some stuff. DrinkVictory.com. Use code FTSR. Get yourself a little 10% bonus there, and help the league out while you're doing that. So
we got a couple other sponsors too, don't we?
We do. But let me finish this one up before we jump to something else. Victory Fuel, proud sponsor of the Victory Fuel Cup Series here at FTSR. We got something new coming up in the post-race show. Not really new for us, but a new sponsor, Fine Line and Whiskey podcast. Those guys have jumped on board to sponsor the post-race show. Looking forward to that. You definitely want to check them out as well. You can find them on Spotify or Apple Podcast, or maybe even your favorite podcasting resource. Fine Line and Whiskey. Look them up. That's Nick Alford, one of our drivers, actually last week's winner, and Brian Messer. Green flag flies. We're back racing here at Rockingham as Fetter Place, one of the teammates of Nick Alford, is going to jump out to the lead.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's been a hot lap here. It's kind of his season, and Fetter Place is just taking over. His teammate's not here, but he's definitely representing.
Jockeying for position there for third. Wyatt Huntley's going to fall to fourth. Tyler Bowers to third. Here comes Tim Wortman into the discussion in the top 5.
We knew he was going to be up there, and yep, there he is. He's pretty in fifth right now.
Is that a VW throwback? Oh, we got a wreck back here behind him. The 33 of Ben Tracy around. Plenty of cars involved here. A big one off turn 2 at Rockingham.
Oh, wow.
DeMore involved. Jeff Chandler. Kevin Ruff involved.
And a lot of them actually weren't part of the other. Well, maybe not.
Oh, we got somebody spinning around there on the bottom of that.
Man, Cat was... Derek Cat was just drifting it through 1 and 2.
Ooh, so this is going to be a big one. Let's go back and look at a replay to see what happened here. Best One Tire Auto Care Instant Replay is going to show you, well, it's not going to show you much because we're on the wrong car. Hold on a second. There's the melee. Let's go back and see what happened to start this one.
That was pretty intense back there.
Was that Derek Cat that was the first one sideways?
Yeah, he got a little loose going into 1. Jeff Chandler was right behind him, and Jeff really didn't have any place to go. Jeff may have actually helped him get around a little bit there.
Goes into the corner and just drifts into the corner there, and Jeff Chandler right there had nowhere to go, and then he finally loses off the corner. Yeah. But you're right, the 33 of Tracy in front of him has issues.
Yeah, in turn 2, the exit of turn 2, just kind of what we've been seeing all night. Man, it's just been brutal.
So Ben was in front of all this, and he finally loses it off the corner and collects DeMore and collects even more there. collects the more cars.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Julio got involved in that. He really had no place to go. He was dodging Derek Katz and then gets right into the 33 there. Fortunately, Joshua Gaiman kind of tried to recover. He was in the back of the pack there, and he got caught up in the middle of that as well.
Oh, I thought the 21 got through it. Fluger, but he had some issues. Touched that inside wall there.
I'll tell you, Brian Bliss, man, he was kind of tailing up that whole field and slicing his dicing his way through that wreckage. Wow.
Right on board with Jeff Chandler here. Why did it switch my cameras? All kind of issues there. Here's Jeff Chandler's on board going into turn 1. The 29 on the bottom there drives into the corner and just loses it on entry. Right in front of Chandler into 31. Straightens him out, but unfortunately gets him all cattywampus off turn 2. Right in his lap there.
Yeah, rough.
I tell you what, Jeff didn't get much damage out of that, though, to be honest with you.
No, his car still looks pretty good. Actually, I mean, a lot of the cars actually still look rolling, and nothing too majorly damaged there. Oh, man. Ben still had issues just trying to get the thing going again, too. He towed right to the pits. All right, well, speaking of pits, though, pit road was pretty busy there as well. I'm just trying to get caught up here.
Was that Ben doing donuts after the fact down in turn 3?
It was, yeah. You just got to get the thing straight again.
Loose, and finally goes around.
All right, we're green. We are going green right now. And
they don't leave any time for the replays, do they? Green
they
flag
do not,
flies.
No.
34 Fetter Place out front gets a great jump.
Richie kind of hanging on to that second spot, trying to stay in front of Tyler Bowers. He's in a hot lap hero sandwich right now. I think he touched the wall there. Here comes Tyler.
Here comes the 34 Bowers, or 94 to Bowers to the inside.
Put Richie on the outside line where he does not like to be. Tyler gets around him pretty easy, pretty clean.
These guys need to calm down a little bit. We still got 52 laps left. Plenty of racing to go here.
Yeah, there is. But I'll tell you, the top 5 right now, they're like a hornet's nest, man. They're all over each other right now. I think Tyler wants it from his teamer, yeah.
Yeah, to the inside off turn 4. Tyler Bowers trying to take the lead.
Chicoy going to take advantage of that, trying to get underneath Fetter Place.
He's going to try to follow him through to the inside of the 34. Battle for second.
Dove it in there. He has not cleared him yet. He wanted to come up in front of Fetter Place, but made the better decision. Looks like Fetter Place maybe lifted a little bit.
Oh, 19 loose into the corner. I don't know if you saw that or not. A little kick out there. Hangs on to it, but he's still loose off turn 2. Fetter Place going to get back to the outside.
And the 22 and the 83 right behind him, they are just ready to pounce.
I kind of wonder if that's going to cost him 34 Fetter Place another spot, because here comes Hunley in the 22. Hungry for more.
Yeah, behind them too. I mean, you got Case McMullen. I mean, Brian Bliss is kind of in the picture. Brian Bliss is a few laps down though, but I don't know. Casey's kind of like latching on to this group here. It is getting spicy out there for sure right now.
Here comes Coy, starting to close in on the 94 now of Tyler Bowers. Coy wants a taste of that lead. Hasn't seen it tonight.
He wants a taste of the top 5. He hasn't seen it in a while. So yeah, he just he wants to get up there. He is driving hard though, trying to get that, just trying to make a little space between Fetter Place too, I think.
Gaiman around Casey McMullen and Fluger right there. The 22, that's lap cars behind Casey McMullen. So he's going to smoke the wall off 2 there, or all 4, I mean.
Yeah, Casey's got a little bit of a buffer right now between Fluger. There's like 3 lap cars in between. You got the 51, the 8, and I believe that is Cat
19.
Well.
Dancing off turn 2 right there. It's going to open the door for the 34 Fetter Place to put a nose on the inside. Off turn 4 is like Fetter Place is wanting the second place back.
put Richie on the outside, and I know, like we say, Richie does not like being on the outside there.
Ooh, this is tough here off turn 2. He's going to have to lift. He's going to give that position up. 34 Fetter Place back to second. Hot Lap Heroes 1 and 2. Can anybody do anything about these guys? Because they've won the last 5 weeks with different drivers. Just too strong.
Yeah, and Tyler is the only one of the group that actually hasn't had the win yet. And, coming back from a penalty from an EOL this week, pretty much started towards the tail end of the field, starting 19th.
You can see how the 19
right now.
19 of Coy right on the back bumper at the 34 Fetter Place. Got him really loose off turn 2. All right, here comes Gaiman back there for 5th spot on the inside of Tim Wortman.
Yeah, I was kind of waiting for Josh to kind of pull his way through the field. I mean, obviously that caution kind of helped him because it kind of brought him back up to the lap, or the guys on the lead lap brought it up to them, opposed to starting in the back of the field. So he doesn't have a big of a climb to run right now, and trying to get back to where he was.
Contact between the 61 and the 83 on the front stretch. Gaiman and Wortman come together on the front there.
Wow.
They hang on to it. That was a big save by Tim Wortman there on the front stretch.
Yeah, he was pretty sideways for sure, and was able to hang on to it, which is not an easy feat in this car.
He's going to have to get those tires cooled back off there because this could be hard to hang on to for a couple laps.
His only benefit is right now he doesn't really. I mean, the 51 is a lap down, so.
Wortman in the wall just a little bit off the corner. Here comes Casey McMullen. Look, that was tight.
Yeah. And yeah, Casey and Tim are racing for position, but then again you have David Durant and the 99 of Kevin Ruff. They are racing for the lucky dog right now.
Right now in position to get that as it stands right in front of Wortman.
Yeah, there's a bit of a gap there.
Meanwhile, up front,
two battles going on.
Here comes the 34 Fetter Place, starting to eat up his teammate. Bowers out front. Fetter Place looking for it. Richie Coy, Wyatt Huntley, Joshua Gaiman, your top 5.
Well, I'm sure Brandon would love to see his teammate get it, especially too because he's got a bit of a point lead, and with Nick kind of being out this week on vacation or whatnot, there is a little bit of a point advantage right now. Brandon could essentially kind of let his teammate win, let him get his ticket punched at least.
But you don't want to give up a win.
Right.
As a race car driver,
give up
you don't want to give up an opportunity to win. As a race car driver, you're never going to just lay back. Well, usually you're not going to lay back and just, I'll settle for second. I don't expect that anyway.
No. But you never know. I mean, even the Grinch finds his heart every now and again, right? So you might have a little sympathy. I'm going to run blocker for you. And you just finish this tonight. Either way, it's still a good point night, and it's a team win as well. And Hot Lap Heroes, they've been showing it week in, week out, and here they are again, doing it again. Just kind of watching this battle up here, though. Nothing really has changed here. 22, though, looks like might be losing 4th here. Joshua Gaiman's all over his bumper. Just watching what's going on here. Bowers is he's definitely he's pulling a lead here.
Trying to get rid of some spammers in chat there. But yeah, they're racing for it here. Richie Coy starting engine on Fetter Place.
Yeah, Tyler's actually running a 10th quicker than Fetter Place right now at the last lap here. Let's see where they're at the line. All right. Fetter Place actually picked up a 10th that lap. And Richie Coy and Fetter Place both running almost exact same times there. It's going to be that cat and mouse game here, it looks like, for the lead. And obviously, we say it every week, the clean air is king around here. So Tyler's just going to have to just buckle down and just kind of use that clean air. I don't know if we're going to see lap traffic. I mean, we still have quite a bit of laps to go, but there's a very good potential. And we have, what, 14? I'm trying to see exactly how many cars we still actually have on the track right now. We still have 17 cars on the track. Yeah, I'm looking at chat too. Yeah, Benjamin Tracy in here.
Yep.
Just couldn't gather it back up. The lightest tap, but it was enough, he says.
Atkins watching from vacation. It's big junk.
Yep.
Some pretty big junk off turn 2. It was. 2 different wrecks happening at the same time. You'll have that.
Yep. I think Michael Blackner said what did I say? I thought I saw something where he was on the beach or something. Or maybe he was talking about Wyatt being on the beach. Or not Wyatt, but Jonathan being on the beach.
Jonathan probably on the beach, yeah. I don't know. Michael might be on the beach too. His car was running pretty well, man. He's the 22 that's his team owner, Michael Blackner, team owner for Wyatt and Huntley there. His car was running up front for a long time right there. Currently in 5th though, still having a good run. Actually, right where he started in 5th spot. But yeah, getting some laps led here tonight. Looks stronger up front early.
Well, the one guy I'm looking at right now. Yeah. I'm looking at Joshua here because he's really starting to kind of close in on Richie Coy now as well. He's definitely in this mix for this top 3 at the podium spot. If he can just keep this drive going, he's got obviously had the pole. He's got a pretty quick car tonight. Just slowly kind of working in on these guys. Going back to look at lap times. Josh ran a 23.3. Richie Coy ran a 23.2. Better Place ran a 23.2. And Tyler ran a 23.1. So actually Tyler's starting to hit some lap traffic. He's going around Villalobos. Villalobos gives these leaders room here.
Just riding along with Gaiman, and I think all the top 5 probably doing the same thing. Using that 4th gear, not even worrying about shifting into 5th. And they're really stretching those engines out.
Well, that is the only thing that's nice about the 5-speed that they do have here. It does kind of give you that option where if you didn't need to save gas or whatever, you can shift in 5th. But yeah, some of these cars are maybe even just set up to run the 4th gear around here. It gives you a little bit more options as far as car setups go. Maybe even a little bit more options, again, like I say, if you need to save some gas throughout the run.
Michael said he wishes he was on the beach. I know Michael's got some surgery coming up as well. And we were kind of privy to that information. So wishing him well as he gets ready for that. Well,
hopefully it's not a beach surgery. That probably wouldn't be good.
A what?
A beach surgery. You don't want sand in it.
Yeah, that might not be good. Better Place working away around.
Their Cat right now.
Close right there with Cat.
Yeah, it was
Cat
close.
in the wall.
I'll tell you though, Tyler Bowers, man, he's increased that lead now to 7/10. He's been he ran a 23.26. Better Place ran a 23.26. Richie Coy ran a 23.4 right now.
We're getting down to it. 23 laps.
Well, a lot of these guys, they haven't pitted in a while, so yeah, we're definitely going to start seeing a little bit of that tire wear starting to come into play here as these laps go a little bit longer. Joshua Gaiman, though, really working on Richie Coy, though. He's less than 3/10 away from him right now. Actually, Joshua's getting a really good exit.
Last lap by Gaiman with a 23.26, 23.28 for Richie Coy, so running about the same speed. About a 10th difference. No, they actually ran pretty close to the same again.
Yeah, that last lap was pretty equal. It just looks like Joshua's just maybe his entry's just a little bit better and just losing it on exit. Oh, not that time. That exit looked pretty good there on out of four there. That might be our only race right now. We only have 8 guys on the lead lap right now, with Fluger being the last guy still lap down. Yeah, not a lap down. Last guy on the lead lap.
Gaiman closing in for 3rd. White Huntley back there holding on to 5th. Tim Wortman in 6th. Casey McMullen pretty close to Wortman there. Might be a battle brewing there. And then you got Victor Fluger back into 2021. Was slightly involved in that last wreck. He hit the wall on the inside just a little bit there. So he's probably ailing just a little bit.
Well, I did hear him come over the radio. Yeah, he did have a little bit of damage there, and he's just kind of nursing it.
And there's David Duran. It's going to be our lucky dog if the caution flies now. Just got around Derek Cat in the 29. So Duran is going to be your lucky dog if the caution flies now, as long as he doesn't have an incident there. But your leader, Tyler Bowers, still out front as they have 18 laps remaining. They click off quick here at Rockingham.
Yeah, there's not a lot of time to get a move on. So, yeah, Brandon really wants to get up there. He really needs to push it. He has no issue from anybody behind him. So, I mean, they're pretty much out in front right now. If they stay where they're at, I mean, it's going to be another hot lap here at 1-2. It's just the question is, what it's going to be? Who's going to be the top 1 and 2?
About that battle for 6 between Wortman and Casey McMullen. Well, it's already happened. Wortman falls to 7th. Casey McMullen gets by for 6th spot.
Yeah, I think, Tim was involved in a little bit of incident too, so he might have a hair of damage as well.
Yeah, well, and so Wortman's got a good short run car, but long run, it looks like it's falling off just a little bit. I tell you what, the long run car of the night has been that's Casey McMullen machine, the 03. Seems like he's been pretty strong on the long runs, kind of saving those tires early on and able to pick some off on the long runs.
Well, he's only running about a 10th off of our leader right now, but he's keeping pace with second place, third place as far as lap times go, and even Joshua Gaiman as well. So, yeah, he, like I said before, Casey, he knows how to save that car. He knows how to save those tires. Smooth on the wheel, good with the fancy footwork, and he always puts himself in a good spot here at the end. It's going to be sad seeing him kind of leave the series if that's what he really wants to do.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But up front, it's been all Bowers, all hot lap heroes once again, 1 and 2, just different names. Up front, as Bowers continuing to lead here, he has a 0.7 of a second lead over the 34 Fetter Place, our points leader. Well, we'll be our points leader after this race. Richie Coy back there in 3rd.
Yeah, and our top 2 right now, they're basically flip-flopping 10th quicker just about each lap for each one. So it's like one lap is going to be Tyler, and the next lap is going to be Brandon. But neither are gaining on either, and Richie really isn't gaining on them as well, and Joshua kind of has stalled out a little bit, just not able to kind of even make any moves on Richie Coy right now, and actually kind of losing a little speed to Richie.
Well, again, Tyler's had a couple of rough races the last couple of weeks. Starting from the pole at Darlington, having issues, some computer issues actually early in that event.
Right, yeah.
Causing some issues with him, and also Nick Alford, who was able to rebound after those issues. And then, of course, at Martinsville, was running up front, had a good run, slipped towards the middle of the top 10, and then had issues, unfortunately, towards the end of that race as well. And took him out of contention.
Well, tonight might be a redemption night for him. If he could just hang on and then stay ahead of his teammate. It looks like Brandon, though, might slowly. He's got it down to 5.5 tenths right now. At least that's what I'm seeing on the maybe. You know, I'm every time I get the notification when they pass the start finish line. Okay, he's about 6 tenths right now. They're hitting Bill Lopez Jr. now. A little bit of lap traffic they're going to deal with.
Well, it's going to slow Tyler up just a little bit, bring that down about a 10th. Now Brandon's going to work by him as well.
Yeah, Tyler got him on the straightaway. Brandon kind of got him in the corner. Obviously, Julio gave the preferred line to both of them, so no harm, no foul there.
8 laps remaining here at Rockingham. Can Brandon Fetter Place do anything to close that down? It's about a 10th closer, 7 tenths. Oh, the 34 Fetter Place, a little issue on entry of the corner right there.
Yeah, looks like he's starting to struggle a little bit.
This is kind of the point where the car starts to change, and boy, you want that in the last 10 laps where you have to make adjustments. He's doing everything he can. Into the wall a little bit off turn 2 right there. It's going to cost him a little time.
Well, he probably has nothing to lose right now. He's got a 2.5 or 2.2 second gap over third Richie, and he's just looking the trophy drive away in front of him, and he might as well just go after it. He really got nothing to lose. Points lead.
Really no battle here. It's the 45 of Villalobos going to probably call it a night here as he comes to pit road, but there is no other battle to focus on right now. Everybody kind of spaced out, just ready to get this one to the end. Just take their car to the end and see what they can get.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's got such a spread out right now. I think the closest two drivers we have right now is our first and second place.
I do see some lap traffic in the distance for our leader, though. That could play a factor here. 5 laps remaining. Will they get there in time?
Yeah, we got Jeff Chandler and Derek Katz as well. I know both of them have pretty good heads to get around, so they shouldn't make it too hard for them.
Yeah, Chandler unfortunately had a rough
Chandler
night. He's going to pull completely out of the way and give the leaders plenty of room there. Great move by him.
All right, well, looks like, they have Derek Katz to go, and then I think they're going to have some pretty clean air for a while. They should be able to get this done.
All right, there goes Cat to the outside. It's going to give the preferred groove. That's going to hold up the 34 just a little bit maybe off the corner, but they do get by. They'll be coming to 2 laps to go. 2 laps to hang on here for Tyler Bowers to get that win. Get that monkey off his back. Ooh, hit the wall a little bit on the straightaway. Did I see that right?
Yeah, that's kind of what it looked like. Yeah, there was a little tap there.
Oh, focus. Got to focus.
Brandon has gained a good 10th on him there.
Oh, no.
I don't know if he's going to have enough to get there, but I don't know. The wall is closing. It's getting tighter there.
White flag, 1 lap to go here at Rockingham for the 94 of Tyler Bowers, leading his teammate, the 34 Brandon Fetterplace. Toyota out front for tonight so far here, just finishing it off another half a lap. Tyler Bowers having issues the last couple of races, trying to come back and get some redemption. He's going to claim it tonight. Bowers going to be the winner of the Rockingham 200.
Yeah, another hot lap hero dominance tonight.
Another 1-2 for the team. 6 in a row.
Yep. And not to mention, too, I mean, all their teammates have got a win now. So they're the first team to actually have a win for each one of them tonight.
I know 34 Fetterplace is going to be happy about that. Still happy finishing second. Good points night for him. Seeing his teammate Tyler Bowers finally get it done here at Rockingham, getting that win in the Victory Fuel Cup Series. He's going to come down and celebrate with the fans here on the front stretch. Going to burn them down.
Well, that's redemption night for him. So, yeah, he's definitely going to tear that car up and burn it down because he's been waiting a while to probably do this. He had a dominant car, too, at Darlington, and, had the computer issue. And, well, I don't know. That was it for the burnout. Oh, there it goes again. I was waiting for him. I was going to say, that's not all you're doing, is it? You deserve more of a smoke show out there.
Going to celebrate here, maybe get some grass. Oh, he's going to go. I thought he was going to go to the victory. Yep, he is.
Yep, there he is.
I'm going to burn it down on the wall. No, maybe not. Just turn it around. All right, let's look at our results here. For the Rockingham 200, the Victory Fuel Cup Series is in the books. It's going to be Tyler Bowers taking home the win in a Toyota 1-2 with Brendan Fetterplace, his teammate, right behind him in second. Richie Coy finishes up in third. A good solid run for Richie considering the last couple of weeks. So we'll get to talk to him. Fourth place for the 61, Joshua Gaiman. Strong run for him. Wyatt Huntley finishes where he started. There's a lot more to that story, though. Wyatt led a lot of laps tonight. Going to come home in 5th spot in the first, in the number 22 car. 6th spot going to go to the 03, Casey McMullen. Another rebound night for him. And another solid top 10 finish. 7th spot for Tim Wortman Jr. I know Wortman battled all night. He went a lap down in the first stage and battled back to the lead lap into a top 10 finish. Victor Pfluger getting caught late in that wreck is going to result him in it's going to relegate him to an 8th place finish in the number 22. 9th spot for David Duran in the number 51. Just a workman kind of day. And then Kevin Ruff finishing off in the top 10 with the number 99 Chevrolet. 11th spot for Derek Catt And the number 29 and 12th place going to go to the 8, your outside pole sitter, Brian Bliss.
All right, finishing in 13th, you have Jeff Chandler in the 31. Then Julio Villalobos in the 45, finishing 14th. Austin Demore finishing 15th in car number 5. Then you have Lane Allen, car 14, finishing 16th. Ben Tracy, car 33, finishing 17th. Alan Duranco finishing 18th in car 2. Stephen Hollingsworth in car 84, finishing 19th. Mason Hoffner finishing 20th. He was able to get a couple spots back there, coming back on track in car 30. Cameron King, car number 92 in 21st spot. And then Ed Boyle Jr. In 22nd spot in car 38.
All right. Well, that's going to round up the finishing order. When we come back, we'll talk to our top 3 finishers and see what they have to say about tonight's tough race here at Rockingham. We'll do all that on the other side of this commercial break. We'll be right back after this.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
We are Best One.
The best tires.
The best customer service.
The best automotive service.
And the best customers. You see, Best One isn't just our name, it's who we are. Since 1948, Best One has been delivering quality and dependable tires and full-service automotive care to our customers. Best One, selling tires, serving people. We are Best One.
Back at Rockingham Speedway, finishing up the Rockingham 200 for the Victory Fuel Cup Series here at FTSR, presented here on Full Throttle Television, where Tyler Bowers was able to secure the victory here tonight at Rockingham. Well, we got something exciting to tell you about Fine Line and Whiskey Podcast. Those guys, Nick Alford and Brian Messer, every week breaking down the NASCAR storylines. They're the podcast. You can find them on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify and maybe some of the other ones as well. I think I looked around and saw them at some of the other ones on the other providers as well. Definitely want to tune in, man. It's fun. They, like I said, they break down NASCAR and stuff, but they also have some pretty funny stories. Tony, I was listening to their latest podcast. They were talking about toasters in the bathroom. Now, I'm not going to go into detail. I'm going to let you guys listen to it, but it's pretty funny. Some of the stuff that they talk about. They discuss all the storylines that you would think of NASCAR. They break down the Garrett Mitchell or Cletus McFarland racing in O'Reilly, the Cup stuff. Of course, they're off this week, so we'll see what they come up with this week for sure. But man, it's always interesting, entertaining. Definitely want to tune in. Fine Line and Whiskey. They even break down some of their sim racing stuff too. So. Check them out. Again, Apple Podcast and on Spotify, you definitely want to tune in for them. But we're going to tune in to some of our top 3 finishers here, and we're going to start with the 19 of Richie Coy, who brings it home in 3rd place. Richie, I guess you were unable to find some barrels out there, huh? No, I'm kidding. But, man, a solid 3rd place finish. But those Hot Lap Hero guys in front, they're tough to beat.
Yeah, I was looking for barrels the whole race, couldn't find them. Couldn't find my pit stop at one point either. But I was happy with third because I didn't want to get second because I didn't want to talk to Tony.
I hear you, man. Hey, do what you got
I
to
feel
do.
it.
Hey, let's talk about that pit. What happened on the pit stop there? It looks like you were outside the box there trying to get I don't know what the word I'm trying to. You're trying to get into your pit box there, and unfortunately, maybe you just missed it a little bit. What happened there? Kind of set your night off on a bad start after that pit stop.
So with these curved pit roads, I couldn't see my pit sign, and then I finally saw it, and it was a little bit too late. And Wyatt kind of blocked my guys, so I didn't see it. So I went through it. Then I backed up, and it was too far to the right, so I went forward. Then I backed up, and I was too far to the right, and I went forward. And then I came back, and then they were like, "Okay, we can work now."
Very picky.
I thought you
aren't
saw
they?
some barrels.
What's that?
I said I thought you saw some barrels and you're trying to avoid them.
Nah. Just was trying not to run over my guys in pit road
Hey,
there.
Tony, just pipe down. He didn't want to talk to you. But anyway, so we're moving on. Yeah, so I mean, after that, you kind of had to battle back through the pack. It looks like passing was kind of hard, especially off turn two. Man, we saw a lot of issues off turn two. We even saw you have some issues off turn two. How tough was it out there tonight on those old tires?
I actually think it was harder on new tires off turn two than it was old tires, believe it or not, because you slowed down so much on the older tires, it didn't cause any issues. You could diamond the track and get off, but there's a little bit of a dip or a bump coming off of two, and with this particular car, if you hit it just right, it just unloads the back of the car, and you lose the aero, and the car just wants to go sideways. But yeah, it was difficult track. Unfortunately, one lane, very, very, very hard to pass, especially when you were running with guys that were, right around your speed. So, I mean, all in all, I think it was a good night. But yeah, very hard to pass.
Yeah, it looked like it was tough out there for everybody to pass. Some of the guys at the back didn't. I know Tyler Bowers was able to work his way through there and kind of through pit stops, kind of gain some positions and finish second. But it seemed like it was a tough track for sure. I know this car has a tendency to kind of break loose on the exit of the corners, and I knew turn two was going to be tough just with the abrupt transition. So, I mean, was there anything else you experienced out there tonight you want to talk about?
I mean, we went to the back, went from to the front to the back to the front, but Aero, it's a short track that races like a big track, and Aero grief tonight was, and I think that's one of the reasons why it was so hard to pass is that you would lose the front end. And outside of that, I saw some really decent racing, saw some giving and taking out there. I really didn't get to see any of the cautions. I know we had a little bit of a caution run there, but overall though, pretty big long run. So yeah, I don't know. I thought it was a pretty good race.
Yeah, I would agree. Pretty good race tonight. Good race for you as well. Third place finish. Getting back on the horse, man. Trying to get back in the saddle here and try to get some good finishes under your belt, man. This is a good way to start. Third place, man. Congratulations again. I'm going to throw it to you. Let you do your shout outs and your sponsor plugs.
Well, I want to, first and foremost, want to thank Fury Motorsports for signing me after my concussion protocol from Martinsville. Got cleared by the doctor today, and they were able to get me fitted back up in the car. They had Justin Allgaier all set up and ready to go, but we had to boot his butt out and got my seat back. But thanks to the team, all the guys on the team. Wyatt actually, I was running one of Wyatt's setups tonight, and it was a pretty good hot rod. He also had a good run tonight, so congrats to him. Let's see, nice job by the league. Thank you for you guys for doing the broadcast as usual. Thanks for Full Throttle. And as always, a shout out to Tony's mom and dad out there.
Yeah, she was watching. I know Tony was talking about her watching, had questions about the awards you were winning. I'll let you guys discuss that later. But man, congratulations. Yeah. Congratulations once again. And we'll see you next week as we head to Bristol.
Yes, sir.
All right, there's your third place finisher, Richie Coy, finishing in 19th in that Victory Fuel Ford. Second place going to Brandon Fetterplace. Tony, I believe you're standing by with him.
Yep, I'm with Brandon Fetterplace, second place winner, or second place finisher. Sorry, man. What did you do? Just let your teammate win?
Oh my goodness, I can't believe it did that. I wasn't even watching the mirror, and he drove right by me. So he got the run out of 4, and I just wasn't paying attention.
Well, all joking aside, man, I mean, the team showed up again. I mean, Nick's obviously on vacation or whatever, and you're like, yeah, we got it, Nick. Don't worry about it. We're still going to get that 1-2. And I mean, Tyler gets it done. You had a great race tonight. You're in the top 5 pretty much all night. And I just was kind of waiting. Part of me even said during the broadcast, I wonder if he's just going to let his teammate win just because it's his turn. But, man, you guys were just
No.
showing your speed as usual. And, man, how was that race tonight?
It was it was pretty difficult. I mean, honestly, the track felt great in practice, but it just seemed to tighten up during the race, and it kind of quickly became a one-lane track. Um, I noticed, especially whenever who was that? Wyatt was in front of me. Um, that it was just you could get somewhere between zero point 0.4 to zero point 0.6 behind them, and then it was like a bubble. Like you couldn't do anything after that moment. It didn't matter what kind of run you had. It was just so hard to do anything with them unless they made a mistake or unless lap traffic slowed them up. Um, so, that was the problem there at the end. Like I said, I was not watching the mirror, and he got a run on the inside there. And I tried to get back at him, but then again, he got that little interval, and there was nothing I could do with him.
Yeah, well, we did see that. Once the leader, obviously the clean air with being king around here, but once the leader got out there, it was really hard for anybody to get out there. And we did even hear from Richie too that the new tires seemed like they were a little more unstable than having the old tires. But I don't know. You guys made it look good. A lot of guys were having issues out of turn 2. You guys all seemed to keep it pretty clean up there. And again, the great handling car again tonight, and great effort by the team. And I don't know, man. Congrats. I mean, you guys are on a roll again.
Yeah, I appreciate it. We've definitely been putting in some work, and then it helps that the setup shop has just given us great sets to run week in and week out. So, they make us look better than we are, but we definitely put in the practice and put in the time to show up on Monday nights.
I don't know. I see some guys out there with the same setups that maybe don't run so well. So I'd say the driver maybe has a little bit to do with it if you want to give yourself a little credit.
Yeah, I was going to kind of say that myself. Yeah, you guys are still out there driving it. And you guys, I mean, obviously to get the team to be able to do it week in, week out, with just some different faces in the lead. And again, man, congrats. And the floor is yours. I mean, good job again.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks to Hot Lap Heroes. As I say every week, these guys are awesome. They're fantastic teammates. Thanks to Premier Setup Shop for all the lightning fast setups that we get week in and week out. Thanks to y'all for the broadcast. Thanks to all the admins, the sponsors, everyone who watches the broadcast, everyone who makes this happen. And we'll go get them next week.
All right, man. Well, again, congrats to you. Congrats to the team. And maybe we'll hear you on the podcast one of these days as well. Are they ever going to invite you back or invite you in for that?
No, I like the car too much, so they probably won't bring me along.
Oh,
all right. Well, again, man, we'll see you next week at Bristol. Congrats, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right, thank you, guys.
All right. Well, you're hanging out with his teammate, Mr. Tyler Bowers, are you not?
well, that's a good point too. I forgot they did kind of have some words about the car. So listen for that one. All right, let's talk to our winner tonight, Tyler Bowers. Tyler, I guess third time's the charm, man. You started it on the pole at Darlington, had computer issues. You started on the pole at Martinsville, had issues late in that race. But you start mid-pack tonight, and you win the race. So maybe you need to just qualify worse. Is that what it is?
You might be right, Brody. You might be onto something. But no, all jokes aside, the last few weeks have been pretty difficult for me. With the Darlington issues, and then everyone kind of had issues at Martinsville, myself included. But yeah, so the EOL definitely helped me there. Had to learn how the car handled and drive through traffic and whatnot. So it feels good to get a win.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot. It showed you mid-pack. I forgot you did start from the race. So, yeah, you started all the way in the back, drove to the front. Well, maybe we just need to make it a little more challenging for you. Keep your attention maybe a little bit. I'm not really sure. Man, but congratulations. Listen, we talked to some of the other guys And they talked about how tough this track was tonight. Sometimes they're saying it's even tougher on new tires than it is when the tires kind of wear a little bit, and you can kind of predict what it's going to do. How was your race tonight? Because you probably experienced more than any of the other guys in the field, driving from the back to the front, through the traffic, through the field, passing cars. What was it like out there?
So I think that it handled really good in traffic, and I had it kind of turning pretty good. But then once you get to the front, where you get, the cars are a little faster and they get more clean air, it's definitely really difficult to pass. And I think that since they repaved, the Rockingham has definitely turned into a one-lane track for sure. It's right around the bottom, and if you miss the bottom by a half a car, you're gonna lose. Like Gaiman was following me, I think, before that first caution came out that ended that long run, and he would hit the bottom and pull the white line, and he would just pull right up to my back bumper. And so I let him go, and then once I let him go, he just ran away by a few seconds. So I think I had to adjust how I drove the track at that final run.
I was going to ask you about that because I noticed through 3 and 4, I picked up on that. You were about a lane up the track compared to where Josh was running, and you were actually making it work, though. I mean, you were kind of carrying more speed up there in that second lane. Is that something? And I guess the bigger question here is, what are you guys doing? This is 5 weeks in a row. You guys have finished 1-2. You've obviously got some stuff figured out. You guys are putting in the time and the practice. Is it that? Is it something you guys found? Is it what are you guys doing to find this edge on the field so far?
Yeah, so I think it definitely is. It's definitely seat time. It's a combination of seat time, and then the our builders at Premier have found some stuff in this car since we've had the aero update and the tire model that has made us really fast, not just in different leagues, but also in official races and stuff. So we've definitely got a bit of an edge where it matters, and then you got to put in the seat time to understand how the car drives and handles, which myself and BP definitely do.
We'll let the rumors commence then, because I know they're going to be talking about it this week. 5 in a row so far for you guys. You found you set up shop, or you guys have found something that's certainly working out for you guys, man. So it's awesome to see you guys are on point so far this season. Just like the Toyota. Is it the Toyota guys in real life?
The Joe Gibbs
Yeah.
guys got that advantage. Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
So unfortunately, we can't tinker with horsepower like they can in real life. But
Right on.
yeah,
I wish we could. We'd turn it up.
Yeah, always start that rumor. I would love to see this car with 900 horsepower and the downforce that it has now.
Yeah.
It's really fun to drive them with even just 75 extra horsepower and the tiny diffusers they have now. It changes the handling of the car so much. We saw it at Bristol. I think Bristol was a little different because it was such a slower track, but you can definitely tell here for sure.
Yeah, well, it's awesome to see you guys up front. I'm going to throw it to Tony, though. Tony, I hadn't forgot about you. I'm going to throw it to you, let you have some words here.
Man, I just want to say congratulations. You finally got that monkey off your back, and you got that win. And now you can join the club with your teammates as being winners here. And it's just a hell of a run tonight, man. Yeah, especially coming from the back. Yeah, I think you had. Did you have some computer issue or maybe control issue at the beginning of the race?
No, oh, you mean this race? I did not.
Yeah.
I just had the EOL from last
That was
week.
Wortman.
Oh, that was Warman. Okay, somebody else had an EOL from tonight. I thought it was maybe.
Yeah,
it
there
but,
was there was a group of us that had to start at the back for EOLs. So it did make it fun, trying to cut through the field and whatnot.
Well, it's probably a good strategy. Yeah, maybe you need to start from the back now.
Start from the back every race.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Again, man, congratulations, though, man. You did a good job driving through the field. You did it the hard way, but it paid off at the end, man. Got that win here at Rockingham. Next week is Bristol. You were talking about Bristol. It's going to be a challenging track, I'm sure, with that, some of the changes to the car, the extra horsepower. It's going to be challenging, but it can be a lot of fun. And I always love going to Bristol. I don't care what it is.
Yeah, Bristol is one of my favorite tracks, and I think we learned this week building setup for Bristol that driver skill definitely comes in play now because with the extra horsepower and no downforce, the car is a handful like it used to be. Back in the 2000s when the cars were super fast. So we'll see how it goes. It should be fun.
Yeah, it should be exciting for sure. I'm looking forward to it, man. But I'm going to throw it to you. Enjoy the win tonight. I'm going to throw it to you, let you do your shout outs and your sponsor plugs for tonight's win.
Okay, I appreciate it. Yeah, I just want to thank all the guys over at Premier for building fast cars every week. Brandon Evans, especially, he worked with me on the setup for Rockingham since we didn't have anything developed. And then our newest sponsor, Fine Line Whiskey podcast. It's always fun listening to those guys talk about the races throughout the week, the real NASCAR races, and then the race on Monday nights. And all the guys over at Hot Lap Heroes, putting in the time to make us fast every week here in this league. And then just you guys for putting on this show every week. It's always fun.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, well, you gave him something to talk about. You got that win tonight. Congratulations once again, man, and we'll see you next week at Bristol.
Thanks, appreciate it.
All right, there's your winner tonight. Tyler Bowers getting it done in that number 94 for Hot Lap Heroes. Again, I want to invite you guys to go listen to their podcast, Fine Line and Whiskey Podcast, on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. You definitely want to look them up, listen to them. I think they got 6 episodes out now. Their last episode was about Denny Hamlin, and I think it says something about Denny Hamlin and toasters in the bathroom. So I listened to the whole thing, and it's pretty entertaining for sure. Those guys cover a lot of topics, even something you probably wouldn't think about. So you definitely want to check them out. The Fine Line and Whiskey Podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, or your favorite podcast provider. Well, Tony, that's going to do it for us for tonight. We finished up here at Rockingham, getting ready for Bristol. And boy, I tell you what, you go to Bristol, it's always exciting at Bristol.
Well, yeah, we saw a pretty good race tonight, and next week's just going to be a little bit tighter, maybe about the same speed, but a lot of banking. I mean, it's the last great Coliseum. It's going to be a lot of fun, though. I can't wait to see what these guys do for us next week. It's going to be exciting for sure.
Anybody that's played any console games will know where I'm going with this, but do you know why they call it the last great Coliseum? Because it takes a gladiator to win at that track. So I'm telling you what, it's going to be a lot of fun. You do not want to miss it. Next Monday night, 9 p.m. right here on Full Throttle Television, you'll find the Bristol 250 for the Victory Fuel Cup Series. You definitely want to tune in. Always a fun race. Always fun to kind of see what these guys can do at Bristol. You want excitement, you definitely want to tune in there next Monday at 9 p.m. But that's going to do it for us here at Rockingham Speedway. The Rockingham 200 in the books. Tyler Bowers getting it done out there, getting the checkered flag here at Rockingham. So for everybody at Full Throttle Television, for Tony Solari, my name's Brady Hanna. Thanks for tuning in with us, and we'll see you next week from Bristol.